In this video, I want to teach you how to enhance your copywriting skills to help you grow your business just a little bit faster by just triggering more sales with the words that you use. Oh, and make sure you stick around to the end because I want to tell you one of the best little copywriting secrets that no one ever really talks about that will 100% increase your trust and conversion rate. By the way, if we haven't met yet, my name is Emmanuel. I am the founder and kind of chief talking head guy here over at Square One Group. But really, our mission, it's simple. We want to help solopreneurs really grow and scale their business using systems. And a lot of the times, the words that we use or neglect to use correctly are the reasons why we're either able to generate a ton of sales or have very lackluster sales. And I want to dive into all of that today. Now, the first big idea in terms of optimizing your copy to really generate more leads that will inevitably lead to more prospects and hopefully get you more sales is primarily based around the idea of really understanding the evolution of our audience. Okay, so I have this private client and he has a low risk investment business targeting boomers. His job is to get them a very, very low risk return on their investment. And so what he's been doing for a couple months was running targeted ads towards boomers that have a lot of liquid capital. Now, the challenge here was that he had spent a couple grand and the ads weren't converting. They weren't turning into appointments or leads appointments or new clients for him. So turns out after a little bit of diagnosis, the copy and the creative, they weren't really designed and made for boomers. See, the thing here is he's a millennial. And all of the assets and the terminology that he used in his ads and his landing page, it clearly was more related to millennials than boomers. So the problem here is that if you don't really understand your customer's persona, it inevitably leads to ineffective marketing. So the quick fix to this is actually really, really simple. It's three things. Number one, read more books. Reality is there are a ton of books out there specifically designed to help you understand the archetype of your ideal customers or clients a heck of a lot better. So just do a quick Amazon search and find some books, download them on Audible if you don't like reading, but it's going to give you a ton of really great insight in terms of how to properly talk to your ideal audience. Number two is use ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT for some insights on your particular audience. Like for example, hey ChatGPT, can you give me the top fears and frustrations that boomers face when they're thinking about investing money? You'll actually get a ton of really, really great insight and maybe even jazz it up a little bit and say, like, hey, can you give me some lingo that boomers typically use? And use that information and context in your ad creative and copy. And the last little piece of this is, and this was one of the big tricks that moved the needle for him, was talk to your existing clients that fit that archetype. He talked to a couple of his clients and it turns out what they were really interested in is having something as low risk as possible to use or generate some sort of return on their investment based off of all their many years of acquiring all this money from being in the workforce. Okay, next big idea to optimize your copy, it's really understanding that we need to emphasize value over features. So let me tell you a quick story, or another quick story about a founder that we've been working with for a while. He has a mortgage company. Now, he wanted more clients, but the problem is his messaging wasn't clear. He needed more agents because the agents were inevitably going to give him deals, but the agents themselves needed leads like homeowners or maybe buyers that needed to get loans for funding these properties. So it was this kind of a if this then that scenario in order to be able to generate money for his mortgage business. So really cool thing that he did was he created this really awesome tool to connect more homeowners with agents. Fantastic tool. But the problem is the messaging was really, really off. Like, originally, his homepage had a section for buyers, for sellers, for agents, even for ancillary partners like, plumbers and roofing contractors. Like the messaging was all over the place. It was a hot mess. And on top of that, if you wanted to read through it, it was just like sections and sections and sections of just words that scrolled endlessly down the homepage. The cognitive load of someone reading this would have just blown up, or their brain would have blown up from the cognitive load, is what I meant to say. But in any case, the main problem he was facing was heavy copy or the use of heavy copy because he wasn't very clear on who he was truly engaging. So the fix to this was actually really simple. You create one page per avatar and you present them with one offer. Very simple stuff. There's actually a really great framework that I learned from Donald Miller, and it goes like this. The top part of the page, you want to showcase the result. What is the thing that you're promising to give them? And then right under that, you're going to present the problem or problems that this ideal avatar or ideal customer is or are facing. Then below that, you want to present the aspirational goals if they actually solve this problem. And then under that, you want to show them how you do it. What is your step-by-step process? Under that, if you have it, provide some social proof in the form of maybe screenshots from conversations that you had with clients that have gotten some success, or maybe some video testimonials. And then right under that, you're going to put your CTA or the call to action. You'll be surprised. This simple framework will allow you to book a heck of a lot more customers and clients just by simplifying the webpage and making some simple tweaks to the content on it. Next big optimization for copy is using strong and clear CTAs, or calls to action. So another quick story. Working with another private client, and they weren't getting enough applications because, oddly enough, all over his website, it said that all of his calls to actions were to a free consult or a newsletter, like to join his free newsletter. No one signs up for free consultations or newsletters. Like, it's just weak in terms of a call to action because people don't want to be pitched to, and people don't want any more spam in their inboxes. So weak CTAs lead to lower conversion rates. Very, very simple. So the quick fix to this, actually real simple. We just need to make more compelling calls to action. So a simple thing like changing up the verbs on your buttons to discover, start, join, get, download, a little bit more attractive and higher probability of them actually getting clicked on. And it sure as heck beats offering a free newsletter or free, consultation. Like, no one wants that. They don't, like I said, they don't want to be pitched, or they don't want more spam. Now, in addition to optimizing the actual button text with an actual asset or a really cool verb, the other idea here is to create some urgency. Right above that button, say something like, hey, this is a limited time offer, or act now, or there's only 3 of these left, or 5 of these left. When you create a sense of urgency or a sense of scarcity, people are more inclined to actually want to get the thing that you're offering. And when they get the thing, it'll be easier for you to capture their information and, hopefully turn this lead into a new appointment. All right, the last thing is to A/B test, or always be testing. And you can use really cool tools like Optimizely, I'm getting tongue-tied, and Unbounce to create different tests on different buttons and different, like subtexts to see which one's more effective. And once you find a winning combination, like leverage that to really try to churn in more or generate more leads and more appointments. By the way, if you found this helpful so far, really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe button, bell icon. Thank you so much in advance. All right, next big optimization strategy is leveraging social proof. So I had one client that was actually spending about $2K a month in ads. Simple funnel, simple landing page. He was getting like a 2-to-1 ROAS. Now, ideally, you want to be at a 3-to-1 ROAS in terms of like an actual marketing campaign strategy, making sure that it's running effectively. So he wasn't making the right amount of money he was getting from the marketing he was spending. Having said that, after analyzing his funnel, it was pretty clear why it wasn't converting as well. People didn't trust him. And so the big problem was just a lack of social proof. Without social proof, everything that you're offering, all of your claims, they just are unsubstantiated. So the quick fix to this, it's really, really simple. It's to showcase testimonials and reviews, because the bottom line here, social proof, it is a powerful persuasion tool. So do things like, create customer testimonials by having them write reviews on maybe your Yelp or your Google page. Take a screenshot of those quotes and slap them onto whatever landing page or whatever funnel page that people are visiting to help increase conversion. Another really great idea is to, have conversations with your clients and take screenshots of those conversations and then post them into your landing pages to show that, hey, this isn't just some fluff that, you potentially had someone post on a Google page, but this is actually a conversation thread that I was having with a client. And the last piece, and a really powerful piece, is to record videos, get case studies from your actual clients. So a cool little trick that we have around here is whenever we experience a client win, we immediately ask them, hey, do you mind leaving us a video testimonial, a quick video review, or can we hop on a Zoom to record something real quick to just let everyone know about your experience? Like, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get reviews and positive feedback when they are the happiest, when they hit this new high of, generating a really, really good or quick win. By the way, if this at all seems complicated or overwhelming for you to set up, hey, This is actually what we love doing. Love to see if we can help you, kind of tweak your copy to increase some of your conversion. So right under this video, there's a link to book a quick 10-minute brainstorm session. Let's jam. Let's just strategize. It's not a sales call. Love to see if we can help you out. All right, that said, I mentioned earlier that there's some cool copywriting secrets, or a really cool copywriting secret that often it gets neglected. That if you implement it, you can actually generate a little bit more trust and hopefully some more conversions. And that is the use of microcopy. Now, if you're not familiar with what microcopy is, well, it's essentially like the messaging or the words that you get after you click on a CTA or a call to action. So like, for example, if someone were to click download now, you might see a pop-up appear and says, hey, your PDF or your download is on the way. Now, the cool way that you can make microcopy work for you is to let it sound less robotic and generic, like
submit said message, get started, download now.
But instead, make it sound human, make it sound like you. Like, for example, if someone were to try to download something and they don't put in an email address, you can put something like, oops, hey, I see what you're trying to do there. You need to put an email address. Or something like, instead of saying, hey, your download's on the way, you can say something like, oh, hey, some really exciting news. Check your inbox now. There's going to be magic happening. Just these small little copywriting tweaks add a level of authenticity. It makes you seem more human, and it does actually add a higher level of trust in who you are and what you do as a company.